Again. Oh, I missed the timing of this whole drop, but it's okay. Hello, we're Rusty. Welcome back to First Reform Take.
It's been
It's
a
been a
while.
month. It's been a
Has
very
it been
long time.
exactly, has it been a whole month
The
already?
messages say it's been exactly 1 month.
Oh,
Um, I figured I would lead us off with Jaylen Brown just missing a free throw as people chanted MVP for him the other night, because I find that fun and enjoyable. I feel like we're a Jaylen Brown hater podcast, even though he's my guy.
I'm Jaylen Brown skeptical. Both his on-court play and also like his, weird
He's
political views.
Yeah, he's anytime you're streaming, it's not good in
Yeah, his
general.
have you seen some of the comments he's had streaming this year?
Yeah, like
Like the
he's
thing
been
about
really
Scotty
going off
Barnes
on it.
having extra chromosome strength or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
Not
know what that
not
means.
I think he's calling him the R word, basically.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah,
That's
because
what
there's
it
that stuff with
is.
Scotty Barnes. I also want to mention this video was recommended to me with
What am I looking at here? The 10 principles of fascism used by the
It was
this
NBA.
guy this guy's
Italian
just
fascist
beating us at
dictator,
our
the
own game.
leader who does
Look, he's
not
just one
make
of us.
mistakes. They are perfect.
I think he does it for 16 full minutes.
Wow.
It
Okay.
might be a good video. He caught the
Will I
algorithm.
need to
He beat us
watch
at our own
this.
game.
We'll have to watch this at some other time.
Yeah, because I have to
Um,
figure out if it sucks or if it's actually good.
um, there is no chance it's actually good. It may be ironically good.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah. It's
say
it can't be actual good.
I'd
It just
say you
can't.
can't have your thumbnail of Adam Silver and Adolf Hitler and be actually good. It's
Yeah, no,
probably
there's
not a great idea in
a
this
lot of issues
climate.
with that. So we don't have like any specific plan in mind. I mean, I guess a
We
bunch of stuff
do.
has
I have
happened
a
in the
million stories I wanted to get into in order, but I figured here's for
are we
anyone
just
listening,
micro dosing like 10 different podcast episodes then?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And I figure we'll drop in extra things as we go. I actually thought the last time we did this, it was an actually good episode, even though it was completely unsuccessful, but that's fine. And we're gonna be successful in 2026 because I want to do the Cameron Boozer episode, which we could start by talking a little rookies, but I want to do a full episode on that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not ready to do a draft episode until probably after the new year. Like they haven't even started playing conference games yet.
I just want to do like the major three. I don't really know anything about Darren Peterson. But Boozer is definitely one of my guys after watching him. Um, and I don't know, Debansa's just fascinating. I'm gonna sim this lottery real quick. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Actually, I wouldn't because OKC would get
No,
Debansa and
we need to. I am convinced that somehow they'll rig this so OKC finishes like with the seventh pick.
absolutely. If
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean they
think
just
the
can't. They
lottery's
just can't.
real,
Yeah.
you're wrong. Yeah, and
Yes.
that actually does bring us into this latest story that I was reading coming in.
Yeah, this
Um,
tanking thing. I'm not sure I even understand what the like strategy what's the strategy here? Like the one thing that I immediately clued in on was talking about locking the lottery positions in March. And I'm just like, that's
what's gonna
idiotic.
be the point of that?
I don't understand that at all. Like they're trying to say like, oh, well, we want teams to like play down the stretch. Like if you have
Wrong. That isn't how it will work.
tanked
People
through
just won't want to
March,
hurt their players.
right? They're just
They'll
gonna
still bench
play.
them.
Yeah, like you're talking about, I think maybe what is it, 6 weeks of games after
Yeah,
March? So
there's
that just means you have made them play their players less in October and November. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
correct. It's bird brained. This must be, well, it's a
Like
brainstorming
I
measure,
don't know.
whatever that means.
What's the way baseball does it where it's like, they I know the NBA probably should not be copying baseball and anything, but like somehow they set up their lottery so like you can't.
Yeah, it's more similar to the middle one where you can't get in the top
Yeah,
multiple
like the White
years.
Sox weren't eligible, or not the White Sox, the Rockies weren't eligible to like have the number one pick this year for
I
some
actually
reason.
think the White Sox, like 3 years ago, might have been in that same boat too, because they were
Yeah, and
terrible before the
I don't
Rockies.
actually understand why, but it has something to do with like revenue sharing.
Yeah,
But like
it's
that
not
seems to
comprehensible to
be,
me.
no, it's not comprehensible, but also like, well, baseball's weird because like
The baseball
nobody's
draft is
actually
insane.
well, also the draft is worthless as opposed to it being the most important component of team building in the NBA. But also, like, baseball's weird because no one actually tanks. There's just four teams that give a shit. And everybody else is like, if we win 88 games, that's probably good enough. So,
Yeah,
like,
was it probably 4 or 5 teams really care? 15
yeah, like,
teams want to be in the mix, and 10 teams actively are
do
just
not
an
care.
entertain. Like there are
Yeah.
teams like the Pirates who are basically doing the same things as Six Flags New England. It's like, how can we get gate revenue?
Yeah.
And
No,
that's it. That's all they
like,
run
the
as.
Rockies and the Pirates will never compete again under their current ownership
You know what
groups.
though? The Rockies, like, I think the Reds are probably a more sad existence than even the Rockies. Like, the Reds are just here. I think they went after Kyle Schwarber because he's local and would help gate revenue, but then they still didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Like, just a
The
really
Reds are sort
sad way
of
to do it.
what's a good basketball analogy? Not quite the Chicago Bull, because I'm not sure they're actively incompetent.
I mean, the
I
Pelicans
think
are
they're the
pretty similar,
no, no,
having a
because the
young
Pelicans,
star.
well, no, the Pelicans are really badly run. They're the
That's true.
Hawks, I think. The Reds are the Hawks. Like, no matter how hard they try, they will never be like more than 5 games in either direction of 500. Like, they just
I had to
won't.
look up how are my Hawks doing? They're not
They
doing
are
that well.
15-15. They have lost three of their last 10 and three in a row. I think if they lose to they scored 150
They've
points and
won three of
lost to
their
the
last
Bulls.
10.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said lost 3 of their last 10. I was like, that would be pretty good.
That means the same thing. I kind of think if they lose to the
Let the
Bulls
record note it does
again
not.
tonight, if they manage to blow this 9 point lead they have right now, I think Quinn Snyder's fired tomorrow. Like, you can't use Trey
I
Young's injury and Kristaps having, I guess, what do we think Kristaps has?
I think I don't think I should say on air what I think it is.
Okay, yeah, we
Um,
don't. I am
but
trying to
it's
draw in a new audience, and I don't want to be too edgy right now.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't think you can use that as an excuse. Like supposedly with Trey and him out, they had like the fifth or sixth like best D rating. And like, I don't know, the Magic were able to hang around with that. And just like like Dyson Daniels, like wait, here's a personal bugbear of mine. And I'm probably the only person in like NBA fandom that gives a shit. I do not think you should be allowed to award most improved player based off of one season. I think
So like a
it
second
has to
year guy
be,
cannot get it.
I think you, no, 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 no. I'm saying you have to improve and then stay that good or get better for at least one more year. Because Dyson Daniels, after all the Pelicans blew the trade, he's a elite defender. He fucking sucks this year. He's shooting 13% from three. 13%. That's like I mean I know and it's not on huge volume, but it's like I think he's 7 for 52. Like you are a guard in the modern NBA. Like you are not DeAndre Jordan. You cannot shoot that badly from three. And
I
he's,
want to point out
everything.
that I
What?
think this is an insane take, and the most I've
What is?
disagreed with you.
You
That we can't
disagree
do
with
it.
me.
That we can't
Yeah.
do it after 1 year, that we need 2 years.
Yes, yes,
No, it's a 1 year, it's a
because
one year award.
how many guys have had one year where they were decent and then just
We're gonna
immediately
pull up
faded
most
back into the
improved
muck?
player. We can
Yeah,
figure this
fine,
out.
fine, fine. Do it.
Let me pull this up. Hold on. I have two tabs open in case I open up my letterbox or whatever.
Okay.
Let's see who's gotten
This
it
goes back
recently.
40 years, which is
It
kind of a pain in the
does.
ass. Let's just go back the last
Why did
10,
Ja
okay?
Morant win it? What
I
did he
don't
get better
know.
from? He was good. He was always.
Let's see here,
Okay, so John
2021. He
Morant,
went from 19 point. No, he had a pretty big jump because he went from 19 points a game to 27.
yeah, but wouldn't this
And
be his
like
second year?
this was his third. I'm not talking
Third
about
year shouldn't count. Now I know what you're talking about, but young
okay.
players should be expected to leap.
Oh,
That's my
actually,
thing.
someone had I saw someone make that take. I can't remember if it was a ringer guy or the athletic guy, but
I think
someone
Zach
did
Lowe
have
always says something like it.
maybe it's Zach Lowe, but someone did have the take of I'm not giving the award to any player in their first 3 years. And like that's fine, I guess. But yeah, but like, okay, looking back at the last 10 years, I mean,
I mean,
I will
Giannis is fair.
say, yeah, I mean, I will say the only guy on this list who I think was like sort of a 1 year wonder is probably Brandon Ingram. And that's mostly because he cannot stay healthy at
Yeah,
all.
even then, Ingram's been
He's good
pretty
when he's healthy.
good.
I mean, the last guy I
Um,
would say
Siakam had a weird career, but he's still good.
he's
Julius
good.
Randle's my guy.
Okay, here's the last guy I think was is legitimately did not.
Birdman, Ryan Anderson.
No, I was gonna say well, I don't know. I was gonna say yeah, I was gonna say Ryan Anderson, but like he did sustain it for another year. Like he probably would have won it under my system in 2012 anyway, and then he got hurt, and I think he was bad after that. Um, but yeah, but it's interesting. Prior to Kevin Love, there's just a bunch of dudes who just seem like
Bad.
okay at best. Like Aaron Brooks
Here's
was
Zach
most improved
Randolph and
player.
Gilbert Arenas. Like right around here in the early thousands, we have pretty
Yeah.
good players. And then there's this stretch of I have
There's a
no
stretch
idea who
from
Bobby
like,
Simmons is.
yeah, Bobby
Boris
Simmons.
Diaw, okay. Monta
Diaz,
Ellis, I
I
remember
like
the
Boris
name.
Diaz as a player, but like he was never that good. He's a good example of this because he had, I think he won, was he in Charlotte? When did he win? 05, 06.
Who,
Okay,
Boris
so he went
Diaw?
from scoring 4 points a game to 13 points a game. Fine. And then he was only had like one other season where he was above that with, and that was with Charlotte, which like meh, like who cares? Like not even the Hornets. They were the Bobcats at that point. And like,
I've
yeah,
got to
like
ask, your
Bobby Simmons, Aaron
pronunciations are
Brooks.
always so bad in this show. Can I ask you to pronounce this name and see if we get it?
Hato Turkoglu?
Pretty much. Turkaloo.
Isn't it?
I
Is you don't say is it a soft G? It's a
I
yogging
think it
situation.
is. I could also
Turkoglu?
be wrong.
Oh,
Wrong.
okay.
I don't know how to, I gotta learn how to do pronunciation stuff.
Oh, I was
That'd
listening
be
to an
better.
earlier podcast and I was like just butchering some names. Yeah, okay. Yeah, basketball reference is saying you don't say the G Turkoglu. Turkoglu.
Turkaloo. Turkaloo's a
That's hard to
legend.
say.
I haven't thought about
He
him in like 10 years.
I know he had a pretty decent career. What when he
He was
went
just all around. I don't
yeah.
even really remember
He's
how I
he's a
remember him.
legit most improved player type guy because he went from averaging like 8 points a game over 4 seasons with Sacramento, and I guess 1 year at San Antonio, and then he goes to Orlando, and all of a sudden he's like a legit stretch forward.
I've got pretty
He
much
was
nothing
good, and he
on the
was
old uh most improved players. I feel like Duckworth. Kevin Johnson was the name of Michael from Lost when he came back on the
I
boat in season 4.
yes, I
That's all
only
I've got.
know Ronnie Seekely because there's an old Dave
Sounds
Barry
familiar.
column. Where, when he was on the Heat, where like they would be like heckling Ronnie Seakley and being like, "You suck," while he was watching them play. And this was like back before the Heat were relevant, but I guess Dave Barry living in Florida was still a fan. I don't know when and why he won Most Improved because he looks steadily above average for basically his whole career. So he won in
The
the 80s.
narrative on most improved is always weird.
Yeah,
Um,
it was his second year in the league. Like that, I think most people agree.
Dude, I did not know Steph Curry won the social justice champion. That's really funny.
Oh
Um,
man, what is that award?
I
Is that
don't
award still
know a
being
few.
given out?
It would
Is the
be, it
NBA
wouldn't make
is the
sense if they
NBA
went
going
post
to
woke.
go? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, are they gonna go like full MAGA like everybody else in the Trump era, like Nicki Minaj? Although she was already kind of a piece of shit,
MAGA
so
isn't going to have any cultural stack in like 2 months, but
I would love to
Steph
believe
Curry,
that.
they're giving Steph, well, I mean, he'll have power, but not like, I don't know. We'll see.
But
I didn't know
when
we
you say
had a
when
teammate.
you say post woke, I mean, what do you think it's gonna look like for the social justice award? Like, who's gonna win it?
Oh, I don't know. Dylan Brooks will win it. Just just
That
he's
it
the
would be
guy.
fun. It would be funny if he
And then they'll
won
give it to
that
Puka
Kleiman
Nakua,
Award.
even though he doesn't play
Oh
basketball.
Lord. I mean, Jalen Brown would be or Kyrie Irving would be the obvious. No, Kyrie's the most obvious one because yeah, now he's got Stephen A. Smith saying he was right about everything. Your
Great.
political career is going to go great, Stephen. And by
I'm
political career, I
enjoying
mean
just kind of jumping around on these awards. Like, what
yeah,
was the
this is
NBA
the
Lifetime
this is the
Achievement Award?
ADHD episode for sure.
What was this? They gave it for 4 years and then just stopped?
I think it's like what is that thing where like baseball gave Shohei Ohtani like a special medal and it's like it hadn't been
Yes,
given out
that
in
was
30
cool.
years or something.
Yeah,
I
I
think
do
that's what
remember
this
that.
is. I imagine they're gonna give it to although how come they never give it to Jordan?
I mean, it's not like Larry Bird
Actually, yeah,
is
I don't
close to
actually
death.
yeah, I don't
Like Bill
understand
Russell, I
what
get.
this
Oscar, I think is still kicking, but
I
he's
don't
older.
understand what this award. Where did you find this award?
It's just on the wiki. I guess they just
This
either
says
gave up
NBA
or it
Lifetime
never
Achievement is
got
an
updated.
annual award. I
It
don't
it
think,
also
yeah, I
might
don't,
be a dead wiki link.
yeah, this just feels like it hasn't been updated recently. Let's go to what does Real GM say? Well, no, Real GM says this
Check before I
stopped
move us into Dylan Brooks, which I didn't know I
stopped
was
being
transitioning us that well.
updated 4 years ago. Yeah, I got nothing. I have no idea what this
Here's
was.
LeBron on Dylan Brooks. Oh no, I'm not on Instagram. I can't watch it. Oh no.
Why
I
is it?
was watching this because I watched it once. Well,
On each other right there.
messed you.
Vincent got to get his scoring touch back. And
As
now
I
Brooks and
see,
LeBron, they got a history.
is this the most forced drama in the NBA, or is this a real thing? The current
Eh,
Dylan Brooks LeBron
once
thing.
again, you have created a false dichotomy here. I think it's forced, but I do
Who, me?
also think they genuinely do not like each other. I think Brooks plays very physical in a way LeBron doesn't particularly like, especially because he's, 41 years old and has back problems. But I also think like there's no real beef in the NBA anymore except between like Wemby and Chet, and they don't talk about it. So
Oh,
like Dylan,
I've got the Wemby and Chet thing right
yeah,
up
Brooks
here.
probably doesn't like give that much of a shit. He just likes being on camera, and the media just wants him to give these quotes. But like, I am officially a Dylan Brooks hater. You know that I am. And I think it's been pointed out that like he he hasn't won anything, and like anytime he actually like loses a game, he just like bitches out. So
Yeah, he
like
doesn't
I
even
don't
do
know.
the
He
media
doesn't.
during it.
I prefer John Morant style of being psychotic and like calling Klay Thompson a bum when he's like on the bench in street clothes injured again. Like just absolutely just posting through it. Like at this point I would just prefer if someone's going to talk shit and they're just going to post through it.
I
So,
really
but I also
enjoyed the
think
Shams tweet that he would not be
yeah.
brought back under any
And you know
circumstances.
what? Memphis was right to do so. I mean, people, I think he is this is his first year. I think he's actually been good and not a net negative offensively. He's always played like decent defense, but like
Let's get
basketball is
his
just
fantasy
so
numbers up here. He's 116th fantasy average. That's
fantasy is
actually
not
pretty
real. And
decent.
you'll note I've ignored it
No, but
entirely.
that's actually
Um,
not bad for what I thought Dylan Brooks would be.
yeah, I mean,
20
he's
points a game, good steal number.
right. I mean,
He's
because
okay.
Phoenix has nobody else to shoot because I think Jalen Green fell into the Springfield mystery hole. Like literally what happened to that guy?
I
Where is
don't
he?
know.
I think he died.
I also haven't watched a single
But yeah,
Phoenix game all year.
yeah. Have I watched any? I'd have to look at their schedule. No, I feel like I definitely watched one
I
or
might
two.
have, yeah, it might have come on. I gotta say, I was gonna say Adam Silver's thing about the NBA being a highlights league, he might have kind of cooked there because I am watching a lot of the 10 minute
That
game
was a
recaps.
classic. That was a classic. To make another Simpsons reference, that was a classic. He's right, but he shouldn't say it. Um,
Yeah, he is kind of, he's It's not
But like
wrong. The full
the other
game
thing is
recaps aren't bad.
every sport is a highlights league. Like what mutant is watching like all 16 NFL games a
Yeah, no
weekend?
one. I
Like
mean,
it's
Red
not
Zone, it's literally people are watching highlights live.
right. I mean, I don't understand
That's
why it was such a controversial statement.
then you watch one game a week or two games full a week, something like that. And that's probably about where I am for the NBA. Although I don't know how many games I watch in full anymore. I
Are
have
you well, you're
Nuggets and
falling
Mavs
asleep,
on
right?
right
So,
now.
oh yeah,
Today's
that's a good
also the
one.
thing is I go to bed at like 8:30 half the time, so that doesn't help.
I was giving you a hard time for that earlier, but like if I did not have kids, I would absolutely be going to bed that early every
Don't
single
your
night.
kids go to bed at like 8:30?
No,
Oh, well,
they're
what are
mutants.
what are they do? What are you doing?
I we start bedtime well before that, and then at like nine, I don't want to dox myself entirely. We'll talk about this off
Okay,
camera.
but
Um,
I'm wrong about the timing. Okay, well, I don't know. Sleep's important. And also, I have to get up early now. Sucks.
well,
Although
that's
not
true.
for the
You do
next
have.
3 weeks,
Is
which is
Wemby?
two
Oh, he's
weeks.
like barely playing. Is
Speaking of
Chet
Wemby,
playing? Oh, he is.
here's to
Okay.
catch up anyone. My favorite quote of the month.
I'm just glad to be part of something that's growing to be so beautiful and so pure and ethical basketball, you know.
He might be the most
I'm
Reddit
just glad to be
guy
part of
to ever
something.
become a superstar, and I like it because it's honest.
He's a huge nerd. Also
You know what this
he
energy is? You
sounds
know
like
what this
Andre the
is?
Giant, which cracks me up. What?
This is what if Timothy Chalamet was like 7 feet tall. He has the
Hmm.
same exact cadence as Timothy Chalamet on the Marty Supreme press tour, talking about how he's dropping banger after banger. It
Yeah, the
I'm
ethical
all I can say
basketball
is I'm
thing was
right.
very funny.
Um,
He has been okay since coming back, but his only really good game was that first well no, I guess he had a decent game against Atlanta, but
he had
his best game was against the Thunder. He just seems to have like an abiding hatred of Chet Holmgren, and
he
clearly
hates Chet. He really
he
doesn't
really
respect him
does.
at all.
No,
I don't know
it's
why. I'm like, is Victor Wembanyama like straight edge maybe? And that's it, but I don't think
I
so.
think he may have a little bit of the like Shaq brain where like he's outwardly friendly, but like inwardly like he
Hates
despises
every other big man.
yes, he hates anybody compared to him. And like the proof of with Shaq was how he treated Dwight Howard. That was a classic. And there's like
And you
others
know
I feel
what?
like Shaq
Wemby
has
actually
thrown under
was
the
kind
bus.
of disrespectful to Jokic too, because he immediately said Jokic is the best offensive player in the league, but then mentioned Shea and Giannis as like the best players to
Ooh, that's
kinda.
spicy.
It was like it was overlooked because
We're
Jokic
also
truly
not
doesn't care about it.
we have underestimated that with the rise of like the Euro superstar, the non-American superstar, like all of these countries hate each other and have hated each other for 1,000 years or more. So like we're dealing with a lot of like ethno-nationalism that,
Yeah, how
just
does the
doesn't
100 Years' War play into the
yeah.
modern NBA? We're
Do you
gonna
think
find
Victor
out.
Wembanyama has listened to the seminal 30 Years War podcast, Hell on Earth, by pre-brain
Matthew
explosion Matt
Christmas.
Christman?
I
Matthew
called him Matthew
Christman.
Christmas. Oh no.
Matt
Um,
Christman. Um,
he probably has not, but I
but
could see him as listening to the more lived out one that I like.
oh, which one's that?
It's the one Tony Gilroy liked, and that's what Revolutions.
Oh. Oh,
Revolutions is
okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
good
not like
things.
actually lib. It's good. It's a good show.
It probably
Um,
lacks the specific political slant of,
yeah,
but like
it's not
yeah.
internety.
It's not going to be it's not going to be the 30 Years War as a criticism of modern capital, which is basically what. And also Hell on Earth was very internety when they're like the first episode is them talking about like Martin Luther's serving cunt or whatever. It's like you
Yeah,
gotta not talk like that, white baby.
probably not,
Um,
but
yeah. I still need to read the book that they drew most of their research on from that
Wembenyama
because it's
probably
really
like
good.
will read the Hilary Mantel French Revolution book that I'm blanking on that I love. So because he
The
does
Wolf
actually read.
Hall, a place of
No,
greater
not
safety.
Place of Greater Safety,
I know
which
not
is
Wolf Hall. I
like
know that's what Hilary Mantel wrote.
arguably
That's
better than the
different
Wolf
stuff.
Hall trilogy. Arguably, I wouldn't go there, but it is
Huh.
equal. It's very good. It's only one book, so that's kind of the benefit of it. Because like I don't read much anymore. I used to. I used to
Yeah,
be
I
a
think
big
everybody in
reader.
their 30s has that same complaint. I'm slowly but surely trying to get back to it.
Yeah, but I don't really miss it, is kind of the
Oh,
thing.
huh.
I think that's where I differ. Like I do, but I'm okay just locking in on a book like once every 18 months and becoming obsessed with it.
Hmm.
I'm in my music phase. I don't know. That's been like 5, 10 years, but actually I'm kind of coming back around to TV. Um, I have a Joe Mazzulla quote. We're going to play the game. Is Joe Mazzulla serious or playing stuff up for internet attention? Briefly, it's one of my favorite games.
Try to find a nice car and park near it because I know nice cars try to park far away. I just want to piss that guy off.
Is Joe Mazzulla being honest or is he playing it up for media attention in that clip, Seth? There's a correct answer.
I think he's being honest.
Well, I think he's playing it up for media attention. That's good. We have our second
Wow.
disagreement.
You have reached the post Missoula era, I see. And it's not like the
Now,
Celtics are even that bad.
I do think he does this, but I think he knows that it's going to get media attention when he says it, which isn't always the case with Joe. Yeah, Joe Mazzulla might just be a good coach, um, which is tricky to come to terms with because he went to well, I didn't go to his high school. I went to his high school for like a year and dropped out because it sucked. But yeah, he's a Rhode Island boy. It was an all boys Catholic school. I don't know what I was doing going there.
Mm,
Um,
that yeah, I
can you imagine me there? Like I was a very different person as a kid, but still.
what
By the way,
the
Dallas is
Bishop
blowing their lead. Bishop Hendricken
Hendricken?
High School. Go Hawks.
They seem to be missing one to several letters in the name Hendricken.
No, that's how you say it. A Christian brother threw a shoe at a kid behind me while we were in class. I tell that story to all the students I teach
That's not very
when
Christian brotherly of him.
yeah, he got sent on like a retreat afterwards.
He went to
So
one of those like hell camps that Grace Belden went to or whatever.
I have because we're gonna run
Oh,
into
what is
10
this?
minutes soon.
What is this?
This is everything I have written on my iPad, either locked down on my couch watching basketball or at work that I haven't texted you.
Oh my God.
I've
The
been thinking of
Desmond
doing
Bain
this as a
quote.
running series.
You didn't tell me about this. This is pretty
Yeah,
much great.
I think I'm gonna do it for every episode. So the first one, um, we'll just say I was on the couch and it was Friday night, and I don't really know what it means, but I do think it's true that the Oklahoma Thunder being good is really weird. I've kind of come around to them though as a team. Desmond Bain, I want to get to this because Desmond Bain continues to crash out. I don't think we covered the OG Anunoby one.
Oh, what a play from Blake.
I'm pretty
Whoa.
sure we covered that one.
No, because there were two of these.
What was the other one?
This was only 2 weeks ago. The other one was when he absolutely flipped out and threw it at Siakam, I think.
Hmm.
I think it was
Who's
Pascal Siakam. This one was actually a basketball play, if you watch it.
let's
Because
see.
look, this was
No,
just
the
him.
other one that says was Onyeka and Goku. I'm probably
Was
pronouncing
on
that
who?
wrong. Onyeka, I
Jakob
don't know how to pronounce his.
Podol. Jakob Pertl?
No, no, never mind. It's the other Hawk Center. I don't know how to say his last name.
Okongwu.
Okongwu?
Probably,
Okay. So we didn't talk
if
about the
it's the right
Anunoby.
player.
I could have
But yeah, here
sworn
was
we
his
talked
second
about the
freak out,
Anunoby.
but it was also a real basketball play. He's just throwing the ball out of bounds. It's just so overly aggressive. That
Yeah, I mean, it's
OG.
not. I don't know why that very tiny shove by OG is very is
It's my
just.
favorite thing in the world.
Yeah,
Just like, what are you
yeah.
doing, man?
Yeah.
Why? And Bane's just like, no, it was a real play. And then he also just yesterday
Still
crashed
seemed
out
like
on
a
Steph
lot of
Curry.
contact. Well, yeah, that's a foul.
Although
That's a
to be
foul.
fair,
You got crushed.
I
When he
think you
just like
should be allowed to
slant
do that
land. Specifically to Steph Curry or just in general?
to Steph Curry.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that yeah, but your Desmond Bain quote, where would that go? Yeah,
Here's my
just
Desmond Bain
we
quote.
like to constantly crash. Because what if you got something going on that people that Desmond Bain one sounds like a Jack Handy line. That's very
Yeah, it's
good.
honestly really, yeah, I think I was just at work for that one. I do think NBA games should be played at noon. I was thinking about that a lot. Um,
Hmm.
I was also thinking
A
about Zach
businessman
Lowe.
special like baseball. He's a
Yeah,
depression arc.
yeah, he should. Zach Lowe
This
is
is
getting
why we're doing
too,
this show.
he's getting too
I
big for
was
himself.
Yeah, I was horribly depressed the other day, and that would have been a good time to record. But anyway,
And then I
okay,
was trying to figure out who I was as a teacher,
who you
as a
really are.
coach, and halfway through I thought of Doc Rivers and I stopped this whole exercise.
Definitely a player's
Um,
coach.
although I don't think
No,
Doc
no,
Rivers is fair.
I would never compare you to Doc Rivers.
There was a coach who they were talking about in it's Orlando's coach, players coach,
Jamal
pretty good
Mosley.
coach, probably. I don't know anything about him. He's super well respected, and I don't know anything about NBA coaches, to be honest. I don't want to bother learning about NBA
It does feel like when
coaches.
you learn about a head coach's life, it turns out into like a Ime Udoka or Moore situation or Urban Meyer. Or, I should not know anything, or Rick Pitino. I should not know anything about a coach's personal life ever.
Yeah, most of the time it's bad. The best case you get is like Doc Rivers will have like nice moments with his son on camera, and then you'll be like, do they talk outside of work? And it's sad again. Although they probably do.
The answer is probably no.
Well, yeah, they might though. You never know. Um, we have 7 minutes left. I want
Oh,
to
this wait a minute. This
highlight
says Rivers was diagnosed with ADHD. Maybe you are
Doc
him.
Rivers.
Yeah, that's
Look, I think
on
I'm
his
one of
wiki
the
page.
last great people without ADHD in the world. I'm
We
going
just
on the
spent the first
darkness.
20 minutes of the show hopping around different wiki pages.
Yeah, but in fairness, we haven't done the
Mm,
show in a month, and I'm really confident about our next episodes. So
that's
I
fair. So
didn't
what
prep
are we
this
going to
one
do
as much.
next? Are we going to do the all I hate that you're good now team? We've discussed that.
To do
Um,
that, I really want to do the redraft or the expansion draft at some point soon.
okay, yeah, because that maybe save for the post MLK game doldrums because like I think January in the NBA is probably the weakest time or like
Yeah,
the
you
January to
would.
February stretch.
I mean, you would think the games
I
start
mean,
getting
I
pretty
was
fun
talking with
around
some
now.
I was talking with some normal people about the podcast on Saturday, and most of them seem flabbergasted I watch like November NBA games, but I feel like
I kind of agree with them the more, even though I have been watching November NBA
we have the
games.
cup now. We have the cup. But also
We
like
didn't talk
I
about
still
the cup. We haven't
maintain
talked
like
about it on the show.
late January, early February is like the worst NBA stretch. I
I
know
don't know.
we did not talk
Sometimes
about the cup.
you get really good matchup. I think Denver and OKC are playing like three times in 4 weeks during that stretch.
Really?
So
Well, maybe they finally adjusted the schedule. So it's like, let's put our interesting games in the most brutal and well, yeah, I mean,
I think they have
it
done that. I
should
think they have fixed
they
their
maybe they
schedule a little
should
bit.
just need to counter program the NFL playoffs a bit. And especially like once the Super Bowl happens, like you need to have a bunch of marquee games ready to go.
Oh yeah, February usually can get pretty good with that. And it's like the only tough thing is usually I like to say that the NFL playoffs, I can attack them, but they're actually interesting this year. I genuinely have no idea who's going to win anything.
Yeah, the
Um,
NFL, it took them like 30 years, but they finally achieved actual parity in the sense that everyone is mediocre now.
yeah, they
And I
did
think
it.
any team can lose any game. With fingers crossed, this leads to a truly bizarre Super Bowl like the Panthers versus the Jaguars. But
My mom and I were talking about that exact matchup this morning,
your mom knows
having
ball. I
coffee.
give her credit.
Yeah, we were like, what's the worst Super Bowl? And she came up with the Panthers, who I wasn't even considering. And I'm like,
Well, I wouldn't say
that
that would
would
be
be
the
so fun.
worst. It would be
No, the
very
worst for
funny.
the NFL, because I do think they're
Oh,
fixing
it
these
doesn't
games.
matter. They'll get 120 million viewers no matter what.
Yeah, they would. Who's playing? Oh, it's Bad Bunny. Whatever.
Yes.
That's not. I was big on having K-pop at the Super Bowl. I still think they should have done that, but whatever.
Hopefully we will get Cat's Eye in 2027.
Hopefully. Have you followed Hugo Gonzalez at all? And I'm not sure if you pronounce it Hugo, but that's how I
The
say
only
it,
thing
and it's
I've
fun for
followed
me.
is the other day I read he has the best plus minus of any rookie,
He
which I
does.
he's a guy
It's
I
a fake
may
stat,
it
but
is a fa I believe plus minus is a fake stat, but he is one where I'm probably gonna have to take the L on thinking he's gonna be bad. There's actually, I operated our draft episode on the assumption that like a couple guys in the top 10 always have to bust. And I think this is going to be one of those weird years where no one does. Well, was
he looks
Hugo,
like a
not
baby
Hugo,
too.
he is a baby. Was
It's
Mally
true. He
Watch in
is
the top
literally
10? Okay,
19.
Mally Watch might bust. Like, he's not doing anything on a Phoenix team that needs big men, but like, Flag is great. Dylan Harper's great. VJ Edgecombe's great. Knupel's great. Ace Bailey has been fine. Trey Johnson has been bad, but like normal rookie bad. Fears has been good.
I have a
Demon,
question.
yeah, sure.
Concknipple 20 points, 5 threes versus Cab 25-26 season. Here is the beginning of the video. Do you believe this video is AI?
I'm just gonna say yes.
How
Play it.
much would you bet?
Just play the video.
Bar handle
Of
gloves.
course it's
I've never been
AI.
able
I
to
just
handle
wanted to
bar
see how
handle
confident you were.
Con Knoopel finished with 20 points in 31 minutes,
Listen to this
making 6 of
absolute
11 field
crap.
goals, drilling 5 of
So
9 threes,
bad.
and apply.
This is what I do. I try and find actual videos, and I either get Adam Silver is a fascist, which might be a good video for all we know, or
Well, it's a
this.
good video for our purposes. I
I
mean,
mean,
this is actual clips though, right? So like why is someone using like a voice robot to
I I
like why
don't
not just
understand
record?
that.
Why not just record?
How can you be that afraid of your voice? Like,
I mean, like
I
Sam
get
Vecenie
it,
gets
but I
on the
don't.
fucking horn every day sounding like an actual child. Like you can record a podcast. It doesn't matter.
Okay, it could be an actual chat. Oh, look at the comments. That's why I brought this up.
Wait,
Just
what is
AI
this?
tell. I don't know, man.
This whole thing is very
This is the future of YouTube.
it's the
We
future
have
of everything. It's the future of
we have
everything.
we have 1 minute left. Do you want to talk about
Ugh.
Draymond Green, or do we just want to ignore how stupid this all is?
I think he gets traded. In fact,
I
I put together the framework of a I'm trying to talk here
I'm
of a
sorry. I thought I was
Darius
muted.
Garland trade that ends with Michael Porter Jr. to the Bulls because they are stupid enough to trade for him
Oh, the
and
Bulls Draymond
involves
would be so fun.
no. He wouldn't go to the Bulls. Draymond would go to the Nets with Kuminga in order to make the trade, in order to make the money work. And I also believe Draymond would retire on the spot if they did him like that. But you know what? He fucking deserves it. He sucks
I
now.
guess you could
He is
say
a
for the
bad
Nets.
attitude player. You are no longer holding the team's defense together. Go away, dude.
Yeah, it should have cut you off there, but since it didn't, I'll say I guess for the Nets he would like